everyone, it's Stephanie from My Porch Prints. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be making this neutral no-sew journal kit. And this is from a kit in our Etsy shop. I'll put a link down below. But it's basically just a kit that you do not have to sew together, but you can make a cute little journal just by gluing the pages. And it's got this kind of nice neutral style. I think it could go kind of masculine or feminine depending on how you decorate it. But we're going to go ahead and print this out and cut it and get it put together. So let's get started. Okay, so I went ahead and just printed everything on cardstock. You don't have to print on the back of anything. If you want to print on the back of some of the ephemera pieces, you can. This kit does not include an extra like full-size paper, but we have lots of kits in our shop that do, that you could use to print on the back if you want to. So this kit comes with a whole bunch of just pretty kind of neutral vintage style ephemera, which I just really love. And then it also comes with some pockets that we'll be using on the pages. And then it comes with a cover, which I have left plain for you, so you can decorate it as much or as little as you want. And then it also comes with all of these pages. And there's actually enough pages here for you to do one page for each day of the month. So, you know, you've got like the first, the second, third, fourth, all through the month you could decorate pages. Like if you want to do a monthly planner or a, you know, junk journal January sort of situation, you'll have enough pages for that. So we're gonna go ahead and cut all this out and we'll get it put together. Okay, so I went ahead and printed everything on cardstock and cut it all out, and now we're gonna go ahead and assemble. And to begin with, we're gonna locate the pages. And this kit includes blank and lined pages as well as pages with illustrations on them. And when you assemble your journal, if you want more writing pages, you can do that, but you may have to eliminate some of the image pages just so that you have the correct amount. Otherwise it'll get too big or too small and your spine won't fit correctly. So just keep in mind, if you're going to add more lined pages or blank pages, you'll want to swap them out for some of these image pages. So to put this together, it's really simple. What we're going to do is take our page and fold it in half. And actually I've got a bone folder here. I'm going to crease it. And then take the next page, same thing, fold it in half. And then we're just going to glue those together. And you want to get them aligned pretty much perfectly if you can. Because if you get off even just a little bit, once you're done putting all the pages together, your journal could be really off and uneven. So try to get those as close as you can. And I recommend working in groups of 2. So I just glued 2 pages together. I'm going to set those aside, and then I'm going to glue 2 more pages together. And that will just help to keep things kind of even as you're adding them page by page. And then also make sure your pages are right side up. Some of them don't really have an orientation, but others might look a little strange upside down. So just, you know, double check that you've got the orientation the way that you want it. And then we'll just continue to glue these in groups of 2 until we have them all glued, and then we'll start gluing those groups of 2 together until we end up with a journal. Okay, so I've got my 2 pages and my 2 pages, and I'm just going to glue those together. And again, just make sure that you have it, you know, oriented correctly. And you don't have to do it this way. You can glue them, you know, just keep adding them to the pile, glue one on top of one on top of one. But it sometimes gets hard to align them correctly when you do it that way. But whatever works best for you is fine. And like I said, we'll just continue to do that until we have our entire journal. And if you've found that you've accidentally, you know, got a little bit off on 1 or 2 of your pages, you can always trim them up a little bit, or you can use some distress ink to hide the edges if you want to ink around, you know, all of the edges of your journal. But I'm just going to go ahead and trim mine. We've glued all the pages together, and now we can add our spine and cover. And when you look at the spine, it looks really big, but you should be able to squish it down just a little bit and make it a little bit smaller. And so that's what we're going to be doing when we add our spine piece on here. So I'm going to begin by just gluing this first flap of our spine onto the front of our cover. And I'm going to kind of align the edge of our spine with the edge of our cover, just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just add glue to my spine and the other tab right along here and wrap it around really tightly and just kind of hold this in place. And you can see that's forming our spine of our book. Hopefully that'll hold it in place for me. And while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and locate my cover pieces. And then it also has this little journal banner that can go on the front cover. But I'm not going to add that yet because I might want to decorate my cover. I'm not sure if I want to leave it plain or decorate it. I'm still deciding. Okay, and again, just make sure that you've got your journal right side up before you glue your cover on. And it shouldn't matter which one's the front or the back, but you can kind of pick. They're really kind of the same, and you can decide kind of which orientation you like best. I think I'm gonna go like this. And if you want to add a tie to your cover before you glue this down would be a good time to do that. Sorry, I should have shown you that before, but you could add, you know, a piece of ribbon or lace, and you can glue it onto this unfinished cover. And then when we put our cover on, it would cover that up and leave you a nice little tie. So just something to think about before you glue the cover on. So this kit includes lots of ephemera and fussy cuts and florals, so you have a lot of choices for decorating the cover depending on what kind of like theme you want your journal to be. And you don't have to use the decorations that come with this if you want to leave it plain. You know, maybe you're just going for a simple writing journal, or maybe it's for a guy who maybe wouldn't want as much decoration. You know, sometimes girls like the frills more than guys. But it just depends on who's your recipient and what their tastes are. Otherwise, if it's for you, you get to do whatever you want. So that's just what I'm deciding here, is what kind of cover I want for myself. We'll see how we like that. And now you can just go through and decorate your pages however you wish. And like I said, if you're doing like a monthly planner or something, you know, you could have like one page for each day of the month. Or if you're doing a like Junk Journal January planner or journal, you could decorate one page for every day of the month. It's up to you. Or you can decorate it all at once. It's really your choice. So I'm going to show you just a few different ways you can use the pockets and things, and then you can just follow along. Okay, we're really close to finished. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some of these page tabs that come with the kit. It's up to you whether you want to use them or not, but I think they add kind of a fun little extra something to the journal. So I'm gonna go ahead and just attach them along the pages and just kind of stagger them as I go. And the thing is, when you're attaching these, you wanna make sure that you don't accidentally glue over the top of something. So you can always do them first if you want to, before you decorate your pages. It's up to you. Okay, so we're all finished with our journal. We've got our spine and our covers, and let's go ahead and take a look inside to see how we did. And you'll notice that this kit does not come with a lot of ephemera, and that's because it's got kind of limited space for filling it. It can get very big and alligator mouth very quickly, so we kept the ephemera down to a minimum. But if you want to add more ephemera to this, I'll put a link to some kits down below that would go nicely. But I think that this turned out really pretty. It's got a nice neutral vintage style. And I think it could go masculine or feminine depending on how you decorate it and what items you include. And we also have some masculine kits in our shop. And I'll go ahead and put a link down below to some of those as well if you're looking to make a kit for a guy. But I think that this turned out really nice. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more tutorials and videos like this, and also to like and comment on the videos as well. And we will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.